So what behaviorism is it's a method designed to modify students' behaviors through paired associations. There are some features of behaviorism that you'd want to be aware of. Firstly, it is not concerned with the thoughts, feelings, emotions of the students. It's just concerned with changing the student's behavior. Second, it is very concerned with observable outcomes. So if we can't see it, behaviorism doesn't care. It's about the science. You want to be able to record and observe. Okay, so for the types of conditioning, there's classical conditioning and operant conditioning. Classical conditioning was popularized by John Watson, and it's learning through paired association. So say every time you pick something up, you get an electric shock, you're going to learn that you don't want to touch it. With operant conditioning, that was popularized by B.F. Skinner, and it's a system of rewards and punishments to either increase the likelihood of a behavior that you want to occur or decrease the likelihood of a behavior you don't want to occur. Can you nice and loudly into the camera say what colors are on this page when I say go? Okay? Ready? Go.
Red, pink, purple, pink, green, red, purple, red, 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 purple, green, purple, green, pink, green.
Some stretches for me. Any other stretches that you know? Just keep doing lots of stretches. Oh, I like when you stretch your hands up in the air. Here, have a lolly. Keep going. Oh, you did it again. Here, have another lolly. Keep stretching. Oh, hands in the air, yep. Oh, good. Another lolly. Yeah? All right. So see that, oh, he's put his hand in the air again. Yay, another lolly. Okay, I'm just going to outline the values that I have for my future classroom, and then we're going to see how behaviorism aligns with them. Okay, the first one is free inquiry and critical thinking, students' right to autonomy, fun and engaging learning, transformative civic engagement, and cultural sensitivity. Okay, first of all, to have critical thinking, we need deep engagement with materials. We need students to feel that they're relevant to their lives. We need them to consider the meaning of what they're learning. Now, when we have extrinsic rewards, which are rewards that come from outside of the activity itself, it sort of makes it seem like a chore. So if we reward students for reading, we're sort of reinforcing the idea that reading is a chore, it's not pleasurable. And that can be a problem when we're getting kids to think critically and inquire. All right? So we want students to ask why they're learning it, what it means to them, and sometimes those questions are not, there's not time for that with behaviorism because we're not thinking about their cognitions, emotions, or motivations. But there are blurred lines between extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. If I smile and say, oh, great job, I really love what you did with your writing assignment, a student is reinforced, and that might motivate them to continue to get that praise. Or they could just love writing and they're doing it because they love it. But again, with behaviorism, we're not interested in why they do things, we're just interested that they do them. Okay, students have a right to autonomy. This can be a bit of a problem. We have contingency plans in which a teacher outlines exactly what they would expect from their student. This is good because there's no confusion about what students need to do, but it is a bit of a problem because the teacher is outlining the learning goals. The students are not directing their own learning. Okay, fun, engaging learning. It is fun to get rewards, it is fun to get praised. Punishment, on the other hand, can be a detriment to all of those things. especially when, once again, we're not thinking about their motivations, their emotions during the process. So if a student has a learning disability and they're not doing their schoolwork, they're going to be punished. That makes them stop enjoying the learning environment, and that's why we have dropouts. We have, students who are present but just not interested. All right, and that is definitely not something I want in my classroom. We have students having transformative civic engagement. To do that, again, we need all of the above. We need enjoyment, we need free inquiry, and we need the students to be motivated to be change makers. With behaviorism, it's very conformist. We expect certain behaviors. We've outlined that in our contingency plan. You are going outside of the norm of what we expect for you. This can be extremely dehumanizing when it's coupled with the fact that there's no thought for, how students think, how they process information. To drive the point home about how dehumanizing this can be, I've got words from Watson himself. So basically, you are the product and I am the producer. I can mold you into whatever I want. That's not the type of thinking that's going to change the world for the better. And I'm an idealist. I hope that students can do that. All right, cultural sensitivity is another big one. When we have an environment where the teacher is in a place of authority and the student is under that teacher's authority, they're not collaborating to produce learning. This is a problem because Australia is becoming more and more multicultural, but staff is still overwhelmingly Anglo-Australian. When that happens, students are producing knowledge of their own at home in their own cultural ways of being, but the teachers aren't responding to that. One example would be the stolen generation. There was an idea that, look, we need to Christianize Aboriginal people because we have the knowledge, we're going to save them. This has led to devastating impact in the Aboriginal community. We have suicide, we have depression, we have a loss of cultural knowledge. This has also happened to me in my schooling. I was told that slavery was great because I was brought to America and I would be, saved from my backwards ways. It's a problem. In conclusion, in order to get these values, we can't strictly stick to behaviorism. We need to consider cognitivism so that we can learn how students think and process information. And we also need to consider a constructivist approach where the relationship between teacher and student is blurred and they're producing knowledge together. Thank you for your time.